Well, hey everybody, just do a little mail call clip here. It is a beautiful day on the homestead, as you can see. Middle of October. We finally got some rain the last couple days, so that was perfect, you know, so that helped the shop pad down there, help compact it a little bit and firm everything up, so that was perfect timing. Thank you, Mother Nature. Finally brought the green back in the yard a little bit, but unfortunately it's a little too late for our apple trees. They've all dropped, and as you can see, the maple's already in transition, dropping its leaves, so they're gonna do their thing. I think it's fall, and been driving the Jeep around and just been having a good time, just enjoying the place. But what is nice is I am tinkering on the forklift. God, it feels good to turn some wrenches and, you know, just get your hands dirty, because it's been, what, 3 months since I have done anything. Let me turn the light on here, it may help. And, you know, I've been jonesing for a fix, because once we closed on this place, you know, had to pack and move and pack, and, you know, that's all I've been doing. So it's nice to, like I said, turn some wrenches and, you know, just get my fix, so to speak. So what I got going on here is, first I thought it was, I guess we can walk out here, the battery. They bought a used battery, and, you know, every time I needed it, had to jump it off. Right now I just got Mother Nature charging it, free of charge. But the diagnosis is it's not the battery, it's the alternator. Alternator's not charging, so I'm working on getting that out. You know, I took my multimeter and I followed it around, so we do have continuity from here to the battery cable. So, you know, I think this is what energizes the field, right? And then this is the charging lug. I've got that coming through here, so I don't have any broken wires or anything, so I think it's just the alternator. As you can see, that's a tough environment to live in. One, it's really dusty, and number two, I mean, it's got a fair amount of airflow, but it's still just hot pocket, you know. The exhaust runs right on top of it here. See, there's the exhaust tube. It goes from here to there. So, you know, it's just surrounded in heat. So I'm just working on getting this out right now. And I'll blow it out, and then I'll run it down and they can test it and see. Probably put a new belt on it. So that's what I've been doing. So yay. Also picked up some new old stock oil filters off of eBay, like $3 each for this little motor. I think we've come to a conclusion it is a 153 cubic inch, a common motor in I guess what, the Chevy stuff, like the old, I don't know, Chevy Celebrities, and I don't know if they put this in any Pontiacs or Buicks or old. They may have had their own 4-cylinder. Don't know. Not a GM guy. Also, they conveniently didn't hook back up to the starter relay. This was just hanging in there on the side of the frame there. Looks like they're running the battery cable straight to back. So I'm going to rewire all this in, clean it up, get it right, get it safe. But that's what I'm doing, just enjoying things. So I'll throw this in a little mail call clip. Thanks for watching, guys. Well, making some more progress today. Just had about 70 tons of rock delivered today. Had 2 truckloads of number 57, as you see here. Gonna use that on the sides, and I got the 1 load of crush and run there in the middle. That compacts real good for the drive. So they were supposed to come pick the dozer up beginning of the week. They never did. Still been sitting here, hadn't been charged for it, so we're getting some free dozer work. This is awesome. My neighbor knows how to run it, so we're getting this thing knocked out, getting it leveled, so that is awesome. Obviously I'm going to need some more. because I need to get down there on the side of the building a little bit. And then same thing on the other side. But hey, progress is progress. I'll take it. We've had beautiful weather. So I'm out here just working on the forklift, and if you guys remembered from my previous video, I did not know what this thing is because the data plate is missing. There is no markings on the external body of it, and the one ID plate that I found inside on this kick panel was graciously painted over at some point in time from one of the previous owners. So looking on the internet, I think I narrowed it down to a something H model. I was able to score a manual on eBay. So this covers the H30H, H40H, H50H, and H60H. And the 30 stands for 3,000 pound lift, 40 for 40,000. 40 stands for the 4,000 pound lift, 50 and 60 going up, etc. So, do have some dimensions here, and thank goodness there is a little bit of difference in the sizes of them. So if you look here, there's a breakdown. Hopefully you guys can see this good in the light. So the 30, the 40, and the 50. So the only difference in the dimensions is the overall length here, which is C, and then you've got G, which is the length from the center of the rear hub to the back of the toe point. Is different if you look at the diagram of the fork. So if I measure the overall length, which is C, from the front of the fork all the way to the back, I am getting close to 98.5 inches. So that makes us a 5,000 pound lift. So I'm tickled to death. I was worried it's going to be a smaller one. So if you go over here, like I said, hopefully the light's picking this up. So I got my tape here at the front, and you bring her all the way back. And we got this kind of makeshift board to try to get a square line off the back there of the hitch. So that's 8 feet, so that's 96 inches, 97, 98. And then, of course, we're probably off a smidgen, so we're closer to the 98.5 mark than we are at the next smallest one, the 4,000 pound lift, which would be 94 inches. So we're definitely over there. So looks like we have us a 5,000 pound lift, which is super. So that should handle pretty much everything in the shop. So I'm excited. Got the new alternator in, and I'm just cleaning up a little bit of wiring, getting stuff wrapped up. Got the new negative cable in. I'm waiting for the positive cable to come in. So just a little quickie. I'll shove this in the mail call. I also found these markings on the individual forks. Hopefully you guys can see that. So it says 2750 times 24. So I'm assuming if you put both these forks together, that would be 550 pounds out at 24 inches. So that would help kind of confirm this is a 5,000 pound lift. Alrighty, we have a charging alternator. Sweet. Well, I'm still waiting on the battery cables to come in so I can turn the battery around and get it right. I don't like it, you know, riding against the side of this frame and possibly shorting out and starting a fire because they decide to, you know, not do it right and just use this piece of rubber hose as a safety feature. So as soon as the cables come in, I'll reroute them and we'll be good to go. So just a minor fix until once we get the shop up and running, and then I can get that cylinder built and do all the other preventive maintenance that needs to be done. But I needed a charging system to be able to run it, so sweet. Well guys, I'll give you a quick update. So, got some materials delivered, and I don't know if I mentioned or not, but I got a contract signed, so I got a company finally that's going to do the work. They're going to dig the footers, do the final grade, form it up, bend the rebar, do all that good stuff, pour the concrete. You know, of course we have to pass the inspection before we can do that. And once we do that, then the pad will have to sit up, and then they'll come back out and start erecting. So we are about 2 weeks away. The building is going to be delivered. The insulation company actually called and said, hey, want your insulation in a couple weeks? And I said, yep, but make it 3, that way it's just not sitting here. So it'll be here about a week after the building comes. So exciting news. So we're finally going to get going. And you know, Murphy's Law, it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so go figure. You know, we hadn't had rain in forever. As soon as we want to start the project, they're calling for rain. So I got everything wrapped up, and it is Tuesday. Rain tomorrow, depending on how much we get. Let it dry out Thursday. The guys are going to come out here Friday and start work. So exciting stuff. And when they're doing that, I will be down in Charlotte cleaning out the shop, because our house is under contract, which is exciting. We went to list it Friday evening. It hit the MLS, and Saturday afternoon the realtor had an open house. Like 7 families showed up, and we had 2 offers. So we took the highest offer because it was actually $5,000 over our ask, and they didn't want any closing costs, no perks, no nothing. So that was awesome. So less than 24 hours we got our house under contract. Definitely a seller's market. It's pretty hot. So tickled to death, but obviously now the clock is ticking and we have to get out. So be grabbing the load of pretty much everything, and then we will have one more load of the big equipment. And like I mentioned, my neighbor over there that was next to me, he's a trucker, so he's going to come down with his rig, and we'll load up the shaper, the big monarch, and the mill. I think those 3 pieces is what we need to get on there, and we'll be done. So just an update, and stay tuned guys. So next video will be hopefully construction out here. So yay, finally.